Hello guys and welcome back to my channel for episode number 2 of my beta save in FM21 rebuilding Barcelona. I've been super busy during the pre-season period. I've actually managed to shift on some players and make some cash so that we've been able to make a few additions of our own. Obviously that work won't stop. I'm still trying to move certain players on like Antoine Griezmann, like Coutinho. However, I've kind of come to the realization that Lionel Messi won't be going anywhere. No one is willing to take on his wages. I'm just upsetting him further by trying to force him out the club to save on those wages. So he's going to be doing his last year with us. It's going to be a good one. Today we've got our opening game of the La Liga season. Let's get into it. So guys, the thing you are most interested in, we will talk about the transfer business that we've done. Obviously, a lot of this has been done by Barcelona themselves, both in and out. But first of all, let's talk about the outs. First thing we did was move Gerard Piqué on. Liverpool purchased him for 13.5 million. Now, Gerard Piqué is a very good defender. However, he was on an absolute wedge in terms of salary, and we managed to get some money for him. Now, he is a very good defender. He's made 2 appearances already in the Premier League for Liverpool, and he's got a 7.25 rating. He is listed as an elite centre-back, but at 33, I wanted to shift him on. Let's get a little bit of cash back in. Shout out to FM Stinger, who appreciated the hate of Martin Braithwaite in the first episode. He's also gone. He has left us and has joined Villarreal. 7 million up front, and then it could raise to 11.25. The biggest bit of business that we've done outgoing is Sergio Roberto is now a PSG player. He's played a couple times for PSG, I think. And again, another big wage that we've managed to shift off of the wage budget. Whilst he has a little bit of flexibility and can play in the middle and can play right back, right wing back, I still just don't think he is the caliber of player that we need. He's a solid enough player, but yeah, just not quite the caliber of player we need. And then obviously this guy's left us. I don't know who this is, to be honest. Ray Manage, he's gone as well. He's gone out on loan. Now, the interesting stuff, the business that we've done and the players that we've managed to bring in. So, first up, we've brought in a left back, and I've gone for Alex Grimaldo from Benfica. We've had to pay a decent little chunk of change for him, 21.5 million. I think he's a good player. I think he's an upgrade on Jordi Alba. Yeah, he may not be as quick as Jordi Alba, but he has the attributes that I'm looking for in my players in terms of the dribbling, the crossing, the first touch. I think he's quite good technically. Has the player traits to run down the ball, runs with the ball down the left-hand side and gets forward whenever possible. And that's kind of what I want from my fullbacks. He's slightly more technical than Jordi Alba. Again, Jordi Alba kind of on the older side. Ideally, I'd like to move Jordi Alba on and play Grimaldo with Firpo as backup. I think that's the best way to go about things. But it's nice to bring in another Spaniard. However, the big money that we've spent is on this man, Lautaro Martinez. He's on a big wage, but in comparison to some of the others at Barcelona, that's actual pennies. I've pulled him in from Inter Milan. I wanted someone to play that advanced forward role, and this guy can do it perfectly. He's listed as an elite striker, aged only 23. His mental attributes are fantastic. His physical attributes are great as well. He's got a little bit of a bump from what he had last year. We go into his career stats, you can see we've paid 75 million for him, and you may think, Steve, where on earth have you got 75 million for him? And basically it's all in installments. It's over a couple of years. I think it's over 3 years as well. We paid a small amount up front, and then we are trying to stagger it over a couple of years so that we don't actually burn through all of our budget. In terms of the budget, though, it's still relatively healthy at 21 million in the transfer kitty. We are currently close to the wage limit, I believe. Currently spending just under, actually. Yeah, we've got like, what's that, 28k to play with. So obviously we are still trying to make some additions, and obviously we are still trying to move certain players on. What I am going to need to do is set Messi's transfer status. Lionel Messi is no longer transfer listed. I will confirm that. He is no longer going to be transfer listed. We've set an asking price. We tried to move him on for 35 million, even 45 million. And no one wanted him on account of his wages at 1.2 million. So it's just one of those things. I think it's just the right thing to do. Hopefully we can either kind of not force him to retire, but offer him the option of retirement and becoming a coach at the end of the season, rather than upsetting anyone further. So obviously there are players that I am still trying to move on. Jordi Alba is wanted by Liverpool and Man City. Coutinho is also wanted by Manchester City. So there are players that we are still trying to move on. And we're also still looking for a couple of players ourselves. We're still looking for a centre-back. We're still looking for a right-back. And ideally, I'd still like a box-to-box midfielder. A player I'm really unhappy with is Miralem Pjanic. Barcelona signed him in the summer, obviously, and I just don't... He's just not my kind of player. It's just not what I want there. So again, it's a disappointing one that I can't move him on, obviously, having just been brought in the summer, but maybe we could potentially do some business in January or moving forward. We jump into the schedule. I will be completely honest with you guys. I hold my hands up. I didn't manage any part of pre-season whatsoever. I delegated that to my assistant. It went okay. I mean, the main one for me was beating Manchester United in Busquets' testimonial. Let's just open the match center up, and you can see what happened here. Lionel Messi scored a penalty, Griezmann scored, and Alex Moriba on the score sheet as well. As you can see, the shape seems to be working okay. I was kind of more concerned about the game against Manchester United as opposed to any of the others, because I just think they're the stiffest opposition. So we are unbeaten in pre-season, although unspectacular results against Suwon and Olsberg, but pre-season, who cares? Not me. So guys, today what we're going to do is we are going to start our La Liga campaign. We are taking on Villarreal away from home. It's going to be a tough one. If we look at Villarreal, who is their best player? Dani Parejo, who they've signed from Valencia in the summer. That's quite a nice kit. I quite like that design with the gradient. I think that's very nice. Let's take a look at the rest of their squad. So they've got Sergio Roberto, Mario Gaspar, Alberto Moreno, former Liverpool man, Catalan. Chukwueze is probably going to be the biggest threat here. A little bit worried about him. 21-year-old Nigerian Samuel Chukwueze. I actually think he's going to be quite a good player on this FM. Despite only being scouted out as 63, I think he could be a very, very good player in a few years. Obviously, they've got Spanish striker Joao Moreno up front. He's a solid enough player. Nothing too spectacular. Hopefully, we can keep him under wraps. So this is what we're going to be doing moving forward. This is the team to take on Villarreal. Now, I basically resigned myself to keeping Lionel Messi. He's going to play in that trequartista role in supporting Lautaro Martinez. So this is going to be the team. Obviously, we've got Neto in goal due to Ter Stegen's injury. Dest is the right back. I'm being forced to play Ronald Aurelio, Uruguayan youth player, due to the severe number of injuries that we've got at centre-back / lack thereof, having sold PK. He's going to play alongside Lenglet. Grimaldo is going to play at left back. We're having to play Pjanic and Sergio Busquets as the... actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move those around, and I'm going to change Busquets to a centre midfielder on a defensive duty. Pjanic can be that deep line playmaker, as Frankie de Jong isn't fully match fit, is he? Oh, no, he could play. Yeah, we'll play Frankie de Jong instead of Pjanic and play him alongside Busquets. Moving forward, we got the inside forward on the right-hand side of Ousmane Dembele. Lionel Messi as a trequartista. Inverted winger in Ansu Fati. And then Lautaro Martinez, who's only just come in, by the way, so he's not actually played a game for us yet, is going to make his debut in La Liga. It's the first time he's played for us, so hopefully he has a decent enough set of chemistry with his international teammate playing behind him, Lionel Messi. So this is the tactical meeting before the game. I thought I'd done all this. Make 5 changes. No. Nope. No, sir. This is going to be the team. This is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to play. I'm very intrigued to see how well Mariba gets on, aged only 17. Looking forward to seeing how well he does get on. So without any further ado, guys, let's get into our first game. Got to give squad numbers out here. Lautaro Martinez, number 9, obviously replacing Suarez, I believe. So, who's unhappy? Doesn't suit his passing. Messi doesn't like short passing. What? Everyone else is fine. Right. Needs to be making his debut. Good. Good on you, Lautaro. Right, let's go to the match then. I like these little bits that have been added in for this year. I like this official team sheet as well. Having worked in football myself, I think it looks great. What I'm going to do, add opposition instructions for Daniel Parejo, always press. Yes, I like that. That's a good idea. Social media around it. Looking forward to Busquets working his way back to happiness. Can't tell me that Dest deserves to start. No, he doesn't. That's why we're looking for another right back. I'm not sure why they've scheduled us to play at this time. What time are we kicking off? 8:15. Quite late. But then I suppose we are playing in Spain. And time to dig in and prove ourselves. There's a solid enough social media roundup. So, we're in the dressing room. We've got some players that are unsure. We've got a couple of players that are nervous. I think this guy's making his debut as well. So I'm going to say hands in pockets. Sure. No, I'm not going to do hands in pockets. I don't pump fists. We should be winning this one fairly comfortably. Play our own game and we'll win. Has anyone responded to that in the slightest? It does not look like it. Let's get the debut of the match engine, and we can see what FM21 is all about. Oh God, commentators are in place already. So let's get introductions and stuff. This is showing you guys what we're playing, the instructions that we're playing, and the new hub and where everything is. So let's continue. Analysis, yeah. Camera. Oh, we're on extended highlights, so we will be changing that very soon. And let's say finish there. Right. Okay, so let's take this off of extended highlights. We'll have it on comprehensive match speed during highlights. We'll speed that up a little bit. Replays on. Right. Okay. We are ready to start our FM21 journey with Barcelona. What I am actually going to do is I'm going to change that. And I've gone the wrong way. We want key highlights. That's all we want. Key highlights. Okay, so I've heard a lot of good things about this match engine. And we have a free kick early doors. Lionel Messi to take. Hits it straight into the wall, but gets it back into the penalty area. Lays it into Lautaro Martinez, who on his debut, just 2 minutes in, has a really good opportunity to make his debut and make it a goal-scoring debut, and is unable to do so. Ansu Fati on the ball then, into Dest on this right-hand side. The fullback advancing, the new sign-in, not by us, but the new sign-in. Iborra is able to clear into the space where Dest should be. Paco Alcacer goes past one. Ball comes back into Catalan. Great challenge from Grimaldo there, working it nicely. De Jong, Sergio Busquets, out to Ansu Fati, into Lionel Messi in that trequartista role. Goes past one, does Lionel Messi. He's on flames. What a player. Who would want to sell Lionel Messi, hey? 3-4 minutes into the first game of the season, and Lionel Messi doing Lionel Messi things here, picking it up from Ansu Fati inside his own half. Goes past one, blast past two, past three, shoots from the outside of the area, and it goes underneath the goalkeeper. First goal of the season for Lionel Messi. And we are off to an absolute flyer, boys. So, Dest with the throw in then. This is something I need to look at. Set pieces, long throws, corners, all of that good stuff. But I was just so eager to get into this first game of the season and see how we got on. So, back into Frankie de Jong here. Moving it nicely into Ansu Fati, into the penalty area. Grimaldo's there as well. He's got 2 players with him. Cross comes over. Ansu Fati, we've scored. It's 2-0. It's 7 minutes. We're going to win the league, boys. Welcome to Barcelona. This is the way we play. Everyone seems quite happy. Everyone seems to be playing pretty well. Ansu Fati and Grimaldo linking up nicely on this left-hand side. It's what you love to see. Ball comes across. Ansu Fati's just unmarked in the penalty area. It's 4 versus 4 if you include the Villarreal goalkeeper there. And we are off to a flyer. Villarreal with the ball then. We're only 12 minutes in and we're on key highlights. So you can only assume that things are coming thick and fast. Catalan on the ball then. Out to, I think that's Jaime Costa on this left-hand side. Back to the fullback. Into Catalan, the former Arsenal man. Parejo, they're working it quite nicely, Villarreal, actually. Into Paco Alcacer, who's pulled a goal back. Wow. Well, we've been undone by Paco Alcacer there. A nice little finesse from the edge of the penalty area. Looked very FIFA-esque, this. So he picks it up here. Parejo, Ebora, into Paco Alcacer. No one's really closing him down. Good strike. Into the bottom corner. It's a very nice goal. I quite like this match engine. We'll skip the replay. I also like this this display that we've got here. I'm just going to pause it. So you've got your match stats. You've got the view from the dugout. See if our assistant's saying anything. Where we are in the league. The actual visual stats in the game. The opposition formation is nice to see. And then obviously how our boys are getting on. It's very nice whilst there's no highlights going on. It's a little bit more detailed, a little bit more showing you guys a little bit more about what's going on in the game without having to have loads of stuff all on the screen at once. I think this is quite a nice addition whilst the game is in flow. We have a highlight though. Denst on the ball. Takes the free kick short and gets it back into Frenkie de Jong, who is obviously our metronome in the middle of the field. Ousmane Dembele on the ball then. It comes across. Lautaro Martinez on the volley. That is his first goal for the club. That is his first goal of the season. What a debut. It's only taken him 35 minutes. He should, in theory, have scored after only 2. But what a nice move here. Frenkie de Jong picking the ball out to Ousmane Dembele. Using his pace and his dribbling to get at this fullback here. Cross comes over. Nice move from Lautaro Martinez to drop back and get away from his marker. And Asenjo in goal for Villarreal should probably do better there. But we are off to an absolute flyer. Villarreal knock it all the way back to the goalkeeper. They go long. We intercept that nicely. And we get the platform to build again. De Jong. Ansu Fati's got Grimaldo over the left-hand side if he needs him. Fati goes on his own. Takes the strike. It goes wide. We're only 37 minutes in. And we are 3-1 up away at Villarreal, which you'd like to think is a tough place to go. Asenjo for Villarreal, despite conceding 3 goals, just over a 7 rating here. Here's the halftime breakdown. I think, all in all, I think we're doing pretty good, aren't we? Let's open the player statistics and take a little deep dive into this. Let's look at our team first. In terms of passing, as you would expect from Barcelona, we are passing it nicely. Frenkie de Jong with 45 passes there. Unbelievable stuff from him. I'm not too worried about the crosses. It's not really how Barcelona play, is it? In terms of the shooting, though, we're doing pretty well. Lautaro Martinez with 100% of his shots on target. You'd love to see it. Lionel Messi, again, with his 100% as well. If we open up the analytical data, you can see all of this good stuff as well. You can see the shot maps for both sides. Obviously, they've got the 1 goal there. The 1 goal coming from Paco Alcacer from the edge of the penalty area, that nice finesse. And our 3 goals coming from different varying areas. Obviously, Messi scoring that nice one before. I think, all in all, if you look at the difference in our lines, obviously, we are trying to play that high defensive line. And you can kind of see that Villarreal is sort of being pushed back into their own half. They've got 10 men in their own half, whereas we've got almost 5 players in their half. I think all in all, this formation, as you kind of would expect with Barcelona, is doing pretty well. Around the grounds, we would be top of the league. We're always interested to see how Real Madrid get on, but I don't think they have played just yet. Okay, so that is it for halftime in terms of stats. We go into the dressing room. I am going to say these are all kind of... Do you know what? I actually find these quite aggressive. Like thrash arms, point fingers. We don't need to point the finger assertively. We're not cautious. Hands in pockets basically says you don't care, in my opinion. Hands on hips is very much the same. Outstretched arms? In praise, yeah. In praise. We are praising. I'm delighted with your performance so far. Keep it up. Everyone looks motivated. Good. That's what we like to see. So, we get into the second half. As you can see, the fullbacks for Villarreal here, 6.3 and 6.5, they're kind of having a little bit of a stinker. So obviously Ousmane Dembele may not manage to make it the whole game. So we may look at introducing some of the other players that we have at our disposal and really exploiting those wings. Maybe move Messi out, put Coutinho on. Messi, free kick though, forces the save from Sergio Roberto. We are doing good stuff here. Messi, corner, whips it across. This isn't where Barcelona are the most effective. Lautaro Martinez getting up there and heads it straight at Sergio. But for us actually seeing what we're doing in terms of our passing style and actually being able to create chances, I think we're just playing superbly at the moment. Gaspar into oof. That probably should have been pulling a goal back there from this left winger. I've never heard of him before. Pervis Estupan. But he looks like he's doing a pretty solid job for Villarreal in this game. Maybe he's a big game player. Who knows? 20 minutes of this game to go. After this highlight, we'll make some changes. Gaspar on the ball. Running at Grimaldo. Gets past him. Ansu Fati then, after the clearance from Lenglet. Absolutely bursting down this left-hand side. He's got space and pace. Into the penalty area goes Ansu Fati. Ball comes across. That's poor from Villarreal. And Lautaro Martinez marks his debut with a brace. We are absolutely flying here. Ansu Fati with the pace, as I said, gets good work here, forces Villarreal back, gets into the penalty area, and great work again from Lautaro Martinez to get across, and that is a lovely finish. Lovely, sexy finish. So, 20 minutes to go. I was going to make some subs, but I kind of want to see what happens in this highlight. Grimaldo throws it in towards the penalty area. Villarreal get the ball clear. We should win that, and we do. It's in the air to Grimaldo. Brings it down, does the left back. Also making his league debut. Into Frankie de Jong. Ball into Lautaro Martinez. Forces a very good save from Sergio Roberto. Also could have been his hat-trick. So we're going to go into the tactics and subs. Oh, got my come on, get off. I've got my assistant trying to tell me what he's doing. I want to expand this tactics section so that we know what we're doing a little bit more. So Messi's going to go out on that inside forward role. Actually, no, he's not. I'm actually going to bring on Trincao. Trincao can come on and play there. And he can be an inverted winger on support. I'm also going to make some changes in the midfield. Let's bring on Moriba or Busquets. And we'll change that from a central midfielder on defend to something he is slightly better with. A box-to-box on support. And I also think, who else is struggling? Frankie de Jong and Lionel Messi. So we'll leave Messi on, I think. And we'll take off Frankie de Jong maybe. Actually, no, let's take off Messi and bring on Pedri in that trequartista role. So we've made all three subs with 20 minutes to go. Obviously, we're introducing some different players into the team. Lautaro Martinez, as I said, obviously sparking his debut with a absolute wonder performance. Looks like the highlights are just going to run out now. Villarreal are making a couple of different changes, as you can see them happening there. They just put Parejo in as an attacking midfielder. He's not played very well. Mario Gaspar also not played very well. Ansu Fati has kind of had him on toast. So the game is over. We've started the season superbly. We are 4-1 winners. As you can see here, key performers, Lionel Messi at a 6.5, who secures the best performer. Ansu Fati at 6.2 as well. He did very well. Lautaro Martinez only on a 7.7 despite scoring 2 goals. They kind of were easy goals. The things that I find reassuring, though, is Grimaldo and Dest on good ratings, both over 7. It's kind of what I want. I'm kind of hoping that I can find 2 centre-backs who can kind of control everything, maybe with the help of De Jong dropping in as like a deep line playmaker, and actually really be able to go after teams down the wings. Obviously, you're going to have, in terms of Dembele and Fati on the wings, sort of cutting in. So hopefully the fullbacks can bomb on and create an even more of an overload situation. If we look at Villarreal, Mario Gaspar having a poor game at 5.9, that's not surprising considering he had Ansu Fati running at him. So we go into the dressing room then. Outstretched arms for praise. Well done, boys. Good win. Everyone seems happy. Even Messi seems happy, which is good. Obviously, we need to try and get that relationship back on track. We unlock an achievement, which you probably can't see because my big fat head's in the way of winning our first game. We come out 4-1 winners. Very, very happy with that. Real Madrid win 3-0 as well. Odegaard, Hazard and Benzema on the score sheets for them. So we will click continue. Everyone seems to love Messi. It is a relationship I need to get back on track. It's not that I don't love Messi. It's just I thought I'd be able to strengthen the whole squad by chipping off his wage and reinvesting it. But Messi, isn't it? Praise Messi's performance. I need to get this back on track. So I'm going to handshake. Body language remains unchanged. I don't want to go over the top. You were superb with the number of chances created. Actually, no, yeah, that one. I was really impressed with him driving forward. I appreciate that. Thanks. I'll continue to work hard to impress you. Thanks, Lionel. Let's exit that quick chat. I do quite like these quick chats. There seems to be more options of interaction, which I love this year. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's been spotted. He's keeping an eye on Ansu Fati. No shot. You haven't got any money anyway. So we are top. We've won our first game in La Liga, as you kind of would expect. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to play a couple more games off camera, and we will come back for this double header here against Valencia and Atletico Madrid. 2 big games, both at home at the new camp. Hopefully we can continue our amazing run. If there are any players that you think that could do a real job in this team, don't forget to drop them in the comment section. If you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for daily Football Manager videos. I will be back with this series on Monday, 5 PM. Hopefully, I'll see you guys there.